Hello and welcome back to the Colorado Rockies franchise, and welcome to episode 11 here on MLB The Show 21. Currently the Rockies sit at 28-47, open up a series to end off the month of June as they lose 2 out of 3 to the Milwaukee Brewers, and then pick up 2 wins against the Pittsburgh Pirates, but lose Derek Rodriguez to a long-term injury that'll keep him out a couple of weeks, and then end up sweeping the Pirates. So then have a series against the St. Louis Cardinals that they lose 3-4 games. And we're making our way to the All-Star break as Garrett Hampson suffers a minor injury along with Xavier Edwards. We end up taking the series against the Diamondbacks, so a pretty strong into June and start of July. We suffer a minor league injury, and then in a series against the San Diego Padres, we lose the first 2 games, have the futures game. Xavier Edwards would be our participant in that. And then a minor league update, Jamison Hanna had a strong month. Shane Baz had a very strong June with an ERA at 1.46. And Julian Fernandez didn't allow a single run in all of June. An outstanding performance from the reliever for us. So we're in last place in the NL West. And the NL Central, the Reds are a little bit of a surprise. They're leading the division, but their lead has shrunk a good bit. So we'd look to make another trade. CJ Cron, he's having a pretty good year for us, 78 overall, 31 years old. Scott Oberg, he spent his entire career with the Colorado Rockies, and he's a guy who has some nice value, only 30 years old, will be a free agent though after this year. And he would be another guy I was looking to trade, really trying to go with a full fire sale and to build this farm system. So the Reds were the team that we would target in this trade, picking up Hunter Green, who was the number 2 overall pick in the draft a couple years ago. He's a flamethrower, throwing 97, only 20 years old right now. He's 6'4" with a hard slider as well. One of their best prospects, their second best pitching prospect. So we're able to secure him as the Reds really are in the hunt to make the playoffs. A little desperate. His ERA is under 3 at AAA. Along with him, we pick up a relieving prospect, only 24 years old, throws 95, a lefty with elite breaking. He spent most of his career with Houston, and in AA this year, an ERA at 3.48. So we would go ahead and make the trade away 2 more of our major league contributors and pick up 2 more prospects. Really just trying to build this farm system in the best way we can. And we have a good bit of major league talent, as we've seen, that we could trade away. So Julian Fernandez, like I said, he was very good in the month of June. He throws in the triple digits. So we would add him to our 40-man roster and add him to the major league roster, as he will be in the majors now. And then after trading away CJ Cron, we would add Taylor Motter to our 40-man roster, as he's been pretty good at AAA for us and is a nice utility guy. So in terms of our lineup now, after losing our first baseman, it'll be Matt Adams at first base, then Josh Fuentes against lefties at first base, with Chris Owings playing second base and Ryan McMahon at third base. So now we have the home run derby, a pretty all-star and superstar laden lineup here. We have 4 participants from the NL East, Mike Trout making his first appearance in the home run derby, along with 2 previous winners in Pete Alonso and Bryce Harper. Juan Soto is your major league leader in home runs with 31 at the All-Star break. He has almost surpassed his career high, and we're just over halfway through the season. Yordan Alvarez was one of the AL representatives, 24 home runs from the Houston Astros, and he got off to a little bit of a slow start. He would hit a home run here into the third deck, I should say, and would end up rounding out and having a pretty nice round. As we get into bonus time, he hits one to dead center at 11 home runs. This one up in the zone, hooking towards the foul line, and it would stay foul, so he ends up with 11 home runs. Not a bad first round for him, as he'll be taking on Juan Soto, though the number 1 seed. He's at 100 career home runs right now, one of the best hitters and best young players in all of the majors. You can make an argument for him being the best. He would get off to a strong start, as he has 10 home runs with 15 seconds left in bonus time. He hits this one out, so only one more and one more swing probably, as he sends this one to right field, and that would get out of here. So he is able to secure the victory in the first round and advance to the second round. A strong start really helped him there. You can see all of them basically went to center or right field, as they were very much targeting that right field. Now Mike Trout, like I said, making his first appearance in the home run derby. He's been asked consistently since he got to the major leagues, and he would finally make his appearance and he would show out in this first round. He hits one to 492 there to left field, follows that up with one to 494, just absolutely crushing these baseballs and almost hitting them out of the park, it seems, as he hits another one. As this one goes 489, he would end up with 4 home runs that went 489 or longer, and with 13 home runs total in his matchup against Josh Donaldson. And Trout was really just hitting mammoth shots, but they were taking a while. I think if they didn't go quite as far, he probably could have hit more home runs. Instead, Josh Donaldson with his 251 career home runs would be up next. Got off to a pretty strong start with 5 home runs in the first minute, as he hits one here that goes 490. He was also crushing the baseball as well with 10 home runs entering bonus time. This one will get out of here for his 11th, and he has about 20 seconds left. So with 1 second left on the clock, one more swing. This one's going to deep center field, and it would be out of here. So we will be heading to a playoff in the first round, as Josh Donaldson hit a couple of massive shots as well. All of Trout's were either to center or left field, so we got a 1 minute playoff here, as only a number of swings really you're able to get in these extra minute that you get, as this one is hit to deep center field. Mike Trout hits another one, as this one will go to center field once again, showing off power to really extreme degrees. 471 there. His final swing once again to center field, as he sends this one out of here for his 7th home run at 478. He really put on an absolute show in this first round, making his debut in the home run derby. 30 seconds left on the clock. Josh Donaldson, as this one is sent to left field. It does get out of here, but just could not stay consistent enough with a limited amount of time to catch up to Trout with his 7 home runs. As Josh Donaldson would be eliminated, Mike Trout advances. One of the 4 contributors or participants from the NL East would be Freddie Freeman taking on Bryce Harper. I didn't have the biggest hopes for Freddie Freeman. He definitely hits for home runs, but that's not his biggest approach, as he would just crush some balls in this first round though. He sends this one to the triple deck. Can't even see how far that one went. He follows that up with another triple decker, as he was just crushing these baseballs. He has 11 home runs, sends this one out to right field. He knew exactly where he wanted to hit these. He ends up with 13 home runs as we're under 10 seconds left. Hits one more as this one goes to right field once again, and he would end up with 14 home runs. Just an absolute great showing for Freddie Freeman, as he makes his first appearance in a home run derby as well. Bryce Harper won the 2018 home run derby, and he would get off to a pretty strong start, but a tough number to beat with 14 home runs. But he hits this one out of here for his 5th home run, as he's more of the prototypical guy that I see succeeding in the home run derby. He sends this one out for his 10th home run, as we're not even into bonus time. He sits at 11 with 20 seconds left. This one a high fly ball, taking a lot of time, and would not even get out of here. So now with only a couple swings left, not sure if he even has enough time. He would send this one out, but it would not be enough, as Freddie Freeman advances to the semifinals, defeating Bryce Harper. He's played against him a lot in their major league careers. Pete Alonso, the reigning home run champion, will be taking on Jd Martinez in the final pairing of the first round. Alonso, though, would get off to a pretty slow start. He was hitting the ball far, but only 4 home runs in the first minute. He hits this one out for his 8th home run, as we're nearing bonus time now. He would end up with one more as he hit a few at the end there to get to 12 home runs. A pretty good number. We'll have to see if Jd Martinez is able to beat that. We've seen most guys hitting around 11 to 14. So I think Martinez definitely has a shot here. He's been the best slugger, leads the American League in home runs, and is the 2 seed in this. He would get off to a great start as he sends this one out for his 8th home run, and still a good bit of time left to do some damage. So there's one. He sends another one out here, deep shot, as that would be his 9th home run, and would hit a number of home runs in a row as he ends up with 5 in a row to put himself in very good position heading into bonus time. Only needs a couple more, as just 2 home runs here in bonus time would send him to the semifinals. He sends this one 456, now just needs one more with a number of swings left. He pushes this one down the right field line and would get out of here. So we have our semifinal matchup set as he advances to the semis. So to be Juan Soto against Mike Trout and Freddie Freeman against Jd Martinez. So a couple upsets in that first round. And Mike Trout with another great start as he would go 6 for 7 to start. Now on his 10th home run, as we're not even into bonus time, he would get off. Just what a start and what a performance from Mike Trout, as now in bonus time he sends this one down the line for his 13th homer, and still a couple more shots out as this one goes 507. Trout would end up with 13 home runs, so a tough number to beat for Juan Soto, but he got off to a good start as well. He's been the best home run hitter so far this year, leading the majors by a good bit, as he now has his 12th with still 20 seconds left. So only needs 2 more homers to advance to the final round, and he would send this one out to tie it up at 13, and 2 more swings left for him. Most likely he misses on this one though, as pitcher, and another one he just takes. So 1 more swing left and 1 more opportunity to send this one and send him into the finals, and he would do just that, triple decker, as Juan Soto advances to the finals. You can see the real split there and the difference in approach, as they both sent it to very different fields. Freddie Freeman off to a great start as he hits his 6th homer, almost into the triple deck, had another one up there. Follows that up with another mammoth shot. This one does get into the triple decker, almost, just barely misses once again. Just absolutely crushing these baseballs to right field. He's in bonus time. That's his up to 12 home runs now, and 1 more shot. He sends it up and out of here into the triple decks for his 13th home run. A tough number to beat if you're Jd Martinez, but he's one of the most consistent hitters in the majors. He starts off with 6 homers in the first minute, follows that up with another one that gets out of here. So 7 homers in a good position right now, as he's not even halfway through his round. And now here is another one. It's close, but it would get out of here into the bullpen, 446. Really just needs to stay consistent if he wants to get to this number of 13, as he sends this one out to 444. Bonus time, only needs 2 more with 20 seconds left. This one would go out and just keep carrying as it gets out of the park, so he only needs 1 more home run to advance. And he sends this one high into center field. That's a routine pop-up. Can't get another swing after the pop-up took so much time. So we have our second 1-minute playoff. Freddie Freeman misses on his first couple in this playoff here, but then he would get on a roll, sending this one into the triple deck, and follows that up with another deep shot, just absolutely hammering these baseballs as that one goes 460. You only have the 1 minute and these extra time, as you don't get any bonus time or anything like that, but Freddie Freeman off screen, no idea how far some of these ones went for him. And he would really get on a roll as he sends this one into the second deck. 1 more chance and 1 more home run for the first baseman out of Atlanta. Freddie Freeman ends up with 6 homers as a good minute for him. Jd Martinez, it's a tough number to beat. Martinez would go 3 for 3 to start the round, but they were just taking so long to get out of here that he only ended up getting 4 home runs as this one would not escape the confines, and Freddie Freeman would advance to the finals to take on Juan Soto. So it'll be two NL East sluggers competing for the home run derby crown. Freddie Freeman up first as the lower seed, and he's up to 9 as we're not even into bonus time. He sends this one out up to 10 home runs with 30 seconds left. He had an outstanding round in the final round of the home run derby. Saved his best for last. Just absolutely incredible. He slices this one down the line, and it would stay fair and get out of here into the triple deck. He's up to 16 home runs, by far the most anyone had in a single round. And he would send this one into the triple deck as a real cherry on top to this final round. He hit 17 home runs. Insane numbers there. Juan Soto would need basically a perfect round if he wanted to catch up, and I don't even think he could get to 18, but if just wanted to force another playoff, but only with 9 through the first 2 minutes. Only has 30 seconds to work with, still needs 6 more with 5 seconds left, as this is a foul ball down the line, took a lot of time, and that would do it. Freddie Freeman, maybe the underdog in this competition, someone who doesn't have a ton of raw power, but does end up securing the Home Run Derby championship. The Braves sit in 3rd place in the NL East, as they've gotten off to a good start. They're over 500, but just a very competitive division, as Freddie Freeman hits 14, 19, and then 17 home runs. None into the range of 490 like Mike Trout was hitting, but still is able to secure the victory. So now we move into the MLB All-Star Game at Coors Field. All the festivities would be in Coors, so we would only end up having one All-Star representative, as that would be John Gray. Charlie Blackmon, who was having a great season, would not make it. There were actually 5 right fielders in the NL who made it above him. I thought he really had a strong chance, but your starters for the All-Star Game would be Lance Lynn and Marcus Stroman. Stroman has been outstanding, leading the Mets staff by far when you have guys like Noah Syndergaard and Jake DeGrom on the staff. You wouldn't think he would be their best pitcher, but he has an ERA under 2 and would work pretty quickly in this first inning. 2 hard hit balls, but both good plays by Cody Bellinger. And then Mike Trout is up. He hits this one to the shortstop, and that's an easy play for the final out of the inning. So an easy 1-2-3 for Marcus Stroman. Mookie Betts would lead off for the NL All-Stars and send this one out into left field. A home run and a leadoff shot for Mookie Betts. He had 17 homers in the first half of the season. Now Freddie Freeman up as he sends this one down the line, doing like he did in the home run derby, but just barely went foul, and we can't quite lead off with 2 home runs. So Lynn would come back up as this one is popped into right field. Easy play there for the first out of the inning. Now Christian Yelich up in the cleanup spot, and he goes down swinging on a 95-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone. Stroman would get a second inning, as it's Nolan Arenado, the former Colorado Rocky, who can't make the play. A number of former Colorado Rockies in this game, as you also have DJ LeMahieu at second base. Off the bench, Trevor Story, a little surprising to me, didn't make the All-Star game for the Tampa Bay Rays, but a couple guys that we have familiarity with were there, as Freddie Freeman, nice jab there to secure it for the final out in the top of the second inning. Shows off his glove as well as his power. Now Fernando Tatis is up, cutter up and in, as he has to hit the deck to avoid being hit, and then coming back with a cutter down in the zone would end the second inning, as Tatis goes down with the strikeout. Steven Strasburg up out of the bullpen, as he is the second best starting pitcher for the NL, would lead off with a single, but then with a nasty curveball strikes out Kurt Suzuki. Xander Bogaerts up as he sends this one deep. Mookie Betts, one of the best defenders in the outfield in the majors, would be able to track it down with ease though for the second out of the inning. Strasburg will face DJ LeMahieu now, as this one gets past Tatis at second base, and now Bellinger misplays it, so he'll have to send it in quickly, but because of the misplay, a run would score, so we're tied up at 1 with 2 outs. Mike Trout up at the dish. He sends this one down. Nolan Arenado stops it, but can't make the play in time. Too much speed for Trout, so the inning will continue with 2 runners on. Jd Martinez up will go down, swinging on the slider. A nasty breaking ball for the second strikeout. Now our All-Star representative John Gray is on. He has not lost a game, has an ERA under 3, very deserving of the All-Star game. Some hard contact here, but we got Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger out in the outfield, and that's an easy play for Mookie. Now with 2 outs, Austin Meadows up, as this one gets past both Tatis and Seager, as it would get into the outfield for a 2-out single. Jose Abreu up now, as Freddie Freeman diving stop and flips it to Gray. Another outstanding play for the Home Run Derby champion, really showing out in this All-Star appearance. Julio Urias out of the bullpen, as he's the 4th starting pitcher we've seen. This one is hit hard to left field, but only a single for Kurt Suzuki. Now LeMahieu up as he pops this one to Freddie Freeman at first base. Doesn't really even have to move for the 2nd out of the inning. Trying to escape with no more damage done, but with so much talent in this lineup, it's hard to do that. But we get the strikeout on Mike Trout for the final out of the inning, as we will head into the bottom of the 5th. Ronald Acuna off the bench looking silly on a nasty breaking ball for the 1st out of the inning. Now Jake Cronworth, who is coming off the bench as well, seeing more of the reserves in the All-Star game, he sends this one all the way to the warning track, and that would score a run, an RBI triple, as Cronenworth is in there safe, and we retake the lead 2-1. Nolan Arenado strikes out once again, looking silly as a nasty slider there. Mookie Betts, who led us off with a homer, would pop this one up softly, as it's an easy play at second base for the final out. Richard Rodriguez on now is 1 man already on base, and Rendon sends this one into center field. Acuna is able to track it down, so to be 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. See if Richard Rodriguez of the Pittsburgh Pirates can work out of it. He would get Bregman swinging for the 1st out of the inning. Then Austin Meadows up would go down with the nasty slider, so back-to-back strikeouts, only 1 out away now. Kurt Suzuki up, and he pops this one into left field, and that would be the final out of the inning. Nice work there by Richard Rodriguez. 21 pitches to work out of the jam and not allow any runs to allow us to stay in the lead. Juan Soto up as this one is flipped to LeMahieu, and unnecessarily tries to get a little extra, and that would result in a error for a single. Bryce Harper up, maybe disappointed with his home run derby showcase. He sends it to left field for a 2-run shot, as that gives the NL All-Stars a 3-run lead. Josh Hader on with 2 outs, as this one is sent into right center field. Acuna still in center, as he would track it down to a 2-out single, as Josh Hader worked pretty quickly through the first 2 batters and strikes out Austin Meadows on the fastball, as we will head into the bottom of the 9th inning with a 3-run lead. Bryce Harper up once again, but as the breaking ball inside is a called strike 3, so we head to the top of the 9th. Kenley Jansen on, the best reliever right now in the majors, has blown 4 saves, but is also very dominant when he's on. He gets the strikeout there. So to be Kurt Suzuki up with 2 outs, he pops it, or 1 out I should say, Buster Posey behind the dish, and that's an easy play for him. So the AL would call upon their biggest superstar they have left. Ahmad Rosario is the final chance for the American League. Cutter outside, gets the 2nd strike, comes back, hit to Pete Alonso at first base. Nice job there for the final out of the All-Star game, as the NL wins 4-1. Good job there. Dave Roberts was the manager of the NL All-Stars. Didn't say that to begin with. the Dodgers have by far the best record. Player of the game and MVP of the All-Star game would go to Bryce Harper. Julio Urias picks up the victory. So we are now through the All-Star game. The next episode will be the trade deadline. And we still have some valuable players left on this roster. Does the fire sale continue? Do we fully sell and really just try and bottom out, get a good draft pick the next year, and just try and continue to rebuild this farm system as we're 32 games back of the LA Dodgers, 21 games under 500, not going anywhere. We've already sold on a number of our major league players, trading away 4 of them so far actually. But I hope you did enjoy today's game. If you did, please leave a like down below. Leave your comments on what you think we should do at the All-Star break and what you think our next steps should be for this team. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more of the rebuild of this Colorado Rockies team. And I will see you next time for episode 12. I hope you have a great rest of your day.